So I didn't get a chance to see the Xbox Direct, I think it was. I definitely need to see what got announced. I definitely need to see it.
Thank you for playing.
We definitely gotta check this out. The Xbox Direct. I missed the whole thing because it was like much earlier during the day, but we're definitely gonna get into the nitty gritty. I definitely want to watch the whole thing. Let's see. Start about right. We're gonna be in for some shit today, aren't we? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All games you are about to see are in development and do not represent final products. Thank you for the disclaimer. All games are available on day one with Game Pass. Okay, all games support Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming by once play on Xbox consoles and Xbox app on PC with cross saves and cross progression. Enjoy the show. Sorry. Let's just enjoy the show. I can't wait to see what games they got. Predictions I'm gonna say is that they're Doom is obviously gonna be there. Doom: The Dark Ages, which is a game that I'm absolutely excited for because I love Doom. As far as what other games they could show, I'm not sure. Not exactly 100% sure. Developer Direct. Koei Tecmo? Or Team Ninja? Okay. I'm intrigued. It's a Team Ninja game. Dead or Alive is coming back? Or is it a new Neo? A new Ninja Gaiden? What's going on? So it's a popular action game series.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Platinum Games? Whoa! Hold on a second. Bro, this game look good. Yo. But Platinum Games is making it. I'm like, whoa, that's a bombshell. Yo, the combat reminds me so much of Bayonetta. Like, it literally reminds me so much of Bayonetta.
This is it.
Oh, that's sick.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh! Ninja Gaiden's back! What? Bro, what? Ninja Gaiden's back! Let's go! Oh, hold on!
So you've come, Raven.
I'm about to knock my shit over. Bro!
I will execute my mission.
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Ninja Gaiden's back! Let's go!
お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション、忍者ガイデンの
I can't wait to play that.
忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めていま
They
す。
got the best damn developers to make this game. Platinum
プラチナゲームズ
Games.
さんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを
Bayonetta and Nier
生み出してこら
Automata,
れ
yep.
ました。忍者ガイデン
Don't
4とい
forget
うタイ
about
トルを順
Don't forget about Metal Gear Rising. That one was definitely one of the best. Like, I think we can agree to that one
年以
too.
上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜ハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を
I
向く
like
よう
the
に感じられるは
takedowns,
ず
like
です。
the in-air takedown. And I like the parry too. They clearly taken all of that from
立体
Bayonetta.
的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを
And in traditional Ninja Gaiden fashion, he can walk on walls and wall jump and everything.
レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、
Yakumo or
隠
something
さ
like
れた
that.
アイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思いま
He's a
す。
dope looking character, I'm not gonna lie. He actually looks pretty cool. My boy Hayabusa.
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、
Yo, Kevin.
カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、 そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズ
I gotta stream the entire
登
trilogy
場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
because I've done all Devil May Cries, I've done all Bayonettas, but never Ninja Gaiden. But I've always loved Ninja Gaiden because of how cool it is. Like as far as the lore and the characters. However, playing the games though, easier said than done. Because they're known for being relentlessly difficult.
ダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの方ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。
Oh, that's
もちろん
cool.
1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張
Why
感のある
suddenly
フェア
get
な戦闘
4?
を味わうことができます。
Because Ninja Gaiden is fucking
敵の
awesome.
動きをしっかりと
Well,
捉え
the
ながら
NES games were also
一瞬の
hard,
隙を逃
but I'm
さず
also
に
talking
攻撃を仕
about
掛け
the
ていく
hack
こと
and
が重要
slash
です。
ones that came out on the
ヌエの
Xbox.
方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
The best part about us getting Ninja Gaiden 4 is that it's going to be available on day one on Game Pass, which means I don't have to pay for it. I can just jump straight into it, which is so
その
cool.
中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、
Dude, I love hack and slash games that
バリエーションを楽し
play
むことが
differently.
できるようになっています。
There goes the Inazuna drop.
ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサ
The
の
Izuna
方法で
drop.
支援、イズナ落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot already got a fourth
容
game.
赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りを
Sonic the Hedgehog 4 wasn't bad,
皆
honestly.
様に進化した
But
忍者
Sonic
ガイデン
Mania
を
is
触っていただ
definitely
ける
better.
と楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜
How
んで
long? How much
忍者ガイデ
long?
ン4の開発を
How
進め
much
てき
long
ま
do
し
we
た
have
が
to wait for
つい
Ninja
に
Gaiden
発表する
4?
ことができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみ
Fall
にしています。
2025?
続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Oh, fall. We gotta wait all the way until September. God damn.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
What? Ooh.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Is this a remake of one of the older Ninja Gaiden games?
Sunsets on the dragon.
It was.
Genshin, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
ジャガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、リュウハヤブサに加え、あやね、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして Xbox 現場でこの後すぐに発売となります。忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいている皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作を
It's already out! That's impossible! It's already
チ
out!
ーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2024年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
Bro! I'm powered on my Xbox. Well, we're done reacting to this. I'm powered on my Xbox for that. I'm powering it on. Bro, what? Yo, Ace. Oh my god, bro.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own.
All right,
From the
I gotta.
moral contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few.
I'm still thinking about the Ninja Gaiden stuff. I gotta download that right now. Like, I gotta download it right now. I gotta download it right now. I gotta download it right now.
Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will.
But I definitely gotta show my respects to the other developers. They deserve attention too. I'm just gonna be thinking about Ninja Gaiden after all of that.
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shit, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Well, that got dark.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving. An ancient magical power.
Actually, the character does look a lot like her. Like her voice actor. That's actually kind of cool.
The land itself chooses Hazel
Pretty good
as
art
a
style.
weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our worlds, connecting people.
I gotta find it. Oh shit!
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world.
Hold on.
Through her newfound
I'm sorry, I'm
power,
going nuts.
She reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey
It's definitely a
unfolds,
third-person action
Hazel
adventure, I
will
can tell.
master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Oh,
Combat
action.
is
I
about
do dig that.
understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar.
Oh god, that looks like it's gonna be a
Closes
problem.
the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled,
My boy,
breaking their core and
Matt,
setting them free
how you
of their
doing,
corruption,
man?
which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance
I'm
Hazel's
trying
combat
to
readiness
do
and
something.
keep on chaining her abilities.
I gotta
As Hazel
quickly renew
progresses
my
in the
game pass.
she
I
unlocks
gotta
new moves
definitely
and
renew it.
improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks.
Because
or
what I
refining
saw with
push
Ninja
and pull
Gaiden,
skills to
oh
improve
my god,
precision
man.
and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks.
I'm still
landing
listening
precise
to the
strikes
trailer,
and
by the way.
unraveling enemies.
Yeah, I did see it. That was the first trailer that played, Ninja Gaiden 4. Dude, I marked out. I ain't gonna lie, I marked out.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple
I
regions,
marked out.
each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered.
Oh,
As a
God.
weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
Bro, you know what? It's gonna be crazy. The fact that Ninja Gaiden 2 got remade and it's available right now, and I was like, So I'm trying to hurry up and renew my Game Pass so I could. I want to download it right now. I don't want to wait. I want it now. I want it now.
Before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around.
No, I
a
can't wait to
specific
play
attack.
Ninja Gaiden 4. I can't
These
wait to play it.
encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity. As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic
Yeah, they remade Ninja Gaiden 2 in Unreal Engine 5.
We got a long journey ahead.
And it's on Game Pass right
South
now.
of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded
That's why I'm trying to
farmlands
hurry up and get my
to the
damn
Appalachian
membership back.
In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rougarou. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The Way to the Past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team
I thought it was going to be Neo 3 too, to be honest with you. But then once Hayabusa's name got dropped, I was like,
we embrace the freedom to reimagine these
working on your
creatures
Final
and their
Fantasy 16
stories
review.
to adapt
Can't
how
wait
they
to see
look and
it.
to craft our own version of a fantastic.
Scored it a 9 out of 10. That's a good score. And I think that's fair. Final Fantasy 16 is such a fantastic game.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Definitely looks like an interesting enough game with good mechanics and everything. It's just Ninja Gaiden 4 was just what really took me, bro. That was what really like, man. I was like, man.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome to our nano. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version of late 19th
a turn-based
century
RPG.
France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth.
Oh yeah, I know.
Soon, I was
Nintendo already said that when they revealed the Switch 2.
Real-time offense and
I already have 4 videos on my channel where I
things really clicked
where I reacted to some things about the Switch 2 and gave my thoughts, and games I also wanted to see that I want to see.
And iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group
Mario
of
Kart
friends
9 was
with a
one of the
shared
first
vision
games that they
and
showed.
the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we
I'm
didn't
sorry,
want to
y'all.
focus on good versus evil, What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different
I want to see a
perspectives on
Smash
what
Bros
needs to be
game on
done.
the Switch too if Sakura and Bandai Namco makes it happen.
We wanted our story to feel
I
dark
personally
and
want to see
mature
one too.
with adult characters who
That
feel
was one
like
of the games
real
I said I
people
wanted to
with
see on the
real
Switch too.
experiences.
Metroid Prime 4, Mario Kart 9, a new F-Zero, a new
The heart
Star
of the story
Fox.
is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with
I want to
loss
see it
and
all.
grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family,
I
but
hope that's
central
not
to their
the case.
identity and purpose.
I actually
doesn't cover every contingency.
Actually, just so I don't talk over the stream, I will say that what they did say, I know to some people watching it's not exactly relevant to Xbox, but I do want to say this since Matt brought it up in the chat, or Skyhawk in this case. I did hear that a lot of games that's already on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, I believe they said that it's easier to port those games onto the Switch 2 than to port PS4 games. So the fact that the current gen games are actually easier to port on the Switch 2 as opposed to the last gen stuff is actually a good news, because that means it could potentially be more powerful. It's probably going to be more powerful than we anticipate. We don't know. I still don't think it's going to be technologically on par with the PS5 or the Xbox or anything, but I suspect that it's definitely going to be a lot more powerful than the Switch. It's definitely going to be more powerful. That's a given. Like, we already know it's gonna have better text.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest
Yeah,
days
Metroid
have
Prime
already
4 being on
happened.
both the Switch and the Switch 2. Yeah.
Actually,
It's just like how when Breath of the Wild first came out, it came out on Wii U and the Switch.
it's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need your foot. Aha!
Yeah, that's true.
He's very,
NVIDIA.
very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jet Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jet Trolls across the game.
It's also crucial to note that Nintendo also
And of
uses
course, there
AMD
is
stuff.
ST,
They've been using
who is one
AMD
of the
hardware
oldest
since
and law-wise
the
the most
GameCube
powerful creatures
days.
in the verse.
Back when they used to be called ATI.
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
Oh, so it's gonna be like a it's like an Octopath where there's like 8 characters, but their paths intertwined. It's something like that.
System takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game.
Oh, nice.
Each
It
character
has
has
skill
a unique
trees.
mechanic. Mail switches between stances, which can alternately
I have Xbox
boost
Series X.
defense or power.
The Hisense 4K
I
Google
personally
TV.
like to
That's
make Mal
cool.
the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than
RX was the
20
developers of the
unique skills in
GPU for the
skill
Gaiden
tree
before
and
ATI bought
hundreds of passive
RX.
effects. They can gain through Lumina
Interesting.
and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestural Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought.
Oh yeah,
It's a place
same
where
here.
anyone
Unreal
could fight
Unreal
you at any
Engine
point,
is the most
which is
versatile
pretty much what the Gestrals are
game
like.
engine on the fucking planet. You can make any game on Unreal
Gestral
Engine.
Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Gestral.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core
It came out of
themes
your
and ideas,
imagination.
and the visuals grow organically from there.
Hats off to you, sir. Hats off.
From the very start of the project,
Wild
there was
imagination.
one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge.
That's what
to
I'm
create,
talking
both
about.
artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eske's help traveling around. Here we go. We're super happy with
That's
the
what
result,
I'm talking about.
as there's a lot
Alright.
of side paths and entire hidden
I like what I'm
If you
seeing
want to
from this
fight
one so
total
far.
bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years.
4
That's
years.
why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Expedition 33. I like what I saw. I do love me some RPGs after all. Oh, this is where it's at. Doom. I've been waiting for this one. Oh man, I've been waiting. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this one. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me read the chat real quick. Microsoft has been working on games with the companies that they own, like Activision Blizzard and Bethesda. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes! Yo, this is where it's at, dude.
Hello, and
best first-person shooter franchise of all time.
We're more than 30
best
years ago,
first-person
a small
shooter
team of
game
developers
ever made.
Helped define and set a course for first-person shooters.
I don't care
A lot
what
has
anyone
changed
says.
since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on its tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom:
The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh man, look at this. I cannot wait to play this. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me just stop for a second. From my understanding, I had been told that at the start of this live stream, it literally said that all games on this stream is available day one on Game Pass. This means that when Doom: The Dark Ages comes out, it's on Game Pass. I'm playing it day one, and I'm streaming it. Whether y'all like it or you don't, I'm playing it, and I'm streaming it. I don't give a fuck. I will stream this game.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine
Doom
every
2016 is
aspect of
by
this
far
experience.
the best
So if you're
modern
new to the
first-person shooter
franchise,
game
then
ever
Doom:
made.
The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form.
Oh my gosh, those what do they call them? The mancubuses. That's what they call them. The mancubuses. They were those big fat enemies that had those them guns that shoot like fireballs at you and everything. Fuck them. The mancubuses were definitely tough sons of bitches in the older games. I'm glad that they're back.
So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again. Just like in the classic Doom games.
Okay.
But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the shield saw.
Dude, that looks so cool!
Throw. Parry.
Bro, I could be Captain America up in this
all
bitch!
from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press.
Oh my
We want
god!
every Doom game to stand on its own.
I'm Captain
It's a unique
America! I'm
experience.
Dark Captain
So in
America! I'm
2016,
Captain
we asked you to
Doom!
run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Oh, I love that! That's a unique style. I love those glory kills.
Head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created it in. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry.
Oh no, there's a Hell Knight.
How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet. Or even a doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally
Oh,
awesome.
there's those arachnid demons.
Finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing.
Oh my god, I can't wait to play this game! I can't wait! It looks so
Seems like
cool!
a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
The trigger.
Bro, look
That's
at
right,
that.
we saved the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns, and Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
Never mind. Is that like a unique version of the BFG?
Mean, ancient, brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new
Gameplay
combat
footage?
loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Oh my god. Oh yeah! Look at that! Yo, the way the shield like bounced him, bro. Bro. Yo, look at that. The melee looks so awesome. They definitely revamped the melee mechanics. Wait, did you just see that? He just used the shield and teleported himself. Oh, that's so cool. And you could deflect projectiles with the shield. Dude, I love this. I love it.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally
If
have
Adrian
for you,
Carmack
waiting for 2 games now,
can see what is
get
happening
in
to his
and pilot
creation.
your
For real,
very
man.
own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Wait, well, hold on a second. What?
Been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's powerful.
No way!
You beat giant Titan-sized demons to
I
death
get
with
to
your
use the
gauntleted
mechs
fists.
in a Doom
And if that
game?
wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Hey,
Here's all that
yo!
is. We know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom the Dark Ages.
Holy shit!
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes.
Bro, this game looks so sick!
Worlds beyond. And through
I'm sorry. I just need to hear every detail about this game. That's why I had to pause it. Please give me one reason why Doom isn't the best first-person shooter franchise ever made. I will go to war in the I swear to God, I will go to war if anyone does not concede Doom is better than Call of Duty, Battlefield, Unreal Tournament, even Time Splitters. As much as I love Time Splitters, even better than Time Splitters, better than Duke Nukem, better than Brothers in Arms, better than Medal of Honor, even better than Quake. Even though, actually, you know what? Quake might be the closest to matching Doom's magic, but like Doom is just, it's like Doom is just so magical. It's like not even magical, but it's so hellacious and so insane. It's just like, man. Oh my god. Yeah, I already mentioned Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem was really, really cool. But Doom is just the best. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know Quake is another id game. I told you, Quake is like the only other FPS that can match Doom's energy, only because it's made by id. But like Doom's identity and its entire like spectacle. I think the spectacle of Doom is why I would put it above Quake. Quake is like the closest that comes to matching Doom for me. And if that's not enough, Time Splitters. Time Splitters is just so fucking great. 3 of the greatest first-person shooter games ever made, but Doom, in my opinion, is the best.
Exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures.
And you know how they say Captain America? This ain't Captain America. This is Captain Doomslayer. That's what this is. Captain Doom. Call me Captain Doomslayer. Hashtag Captain Doomslayer. I should put that on my t-shirt too. Captain Doomslayer. I should definitely pay someone to draw me, dress up as Doomslayer, and you got the shield and everything with the shield saw and everything. I should definitely do that.
There's always something new waiting to be discovered.
Oh, there goes the merch, y'all, in the chat.
Destroyed.
There you go.
Now let's take a closer look at just
Next Friday.
one of the many missions you'll experience in
Next
Doom: The Dark
Friday,
Ages.
merch is dropping.
In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game, where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates, because the battle isn't over yet.
Oh, shit.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer.
I actually have my electric guitar up there.
And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
This is incredible too, because Doom has never been known for having like such a strong narrative, you know what I'm saying? But when Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal came out, they actually gave it a full-fledged narrative, like a full-blown lore and everything. Eternal was definitely a lot stronger on story than 2016 was, but 2016 still had a good enough story to the point where it's like some of the characters were very memorable. Like Samuel, I think it was Samuel McFadden, I believe. Yeah, he was a very memorable character. Kind of helped our Doomslayer through most of the game and everything. And damn. Poor Mick Gordon, he doesn't want to work with Bethesda anymore. Probably has his reasons.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has.
Look. Look at that. Look. Hold on a second.
And make something that's good enough to.
Look at that. It's the imp from the first game. And then he would shoot those annoying ass fireballs at you. Remember how annoying the imps were in the first and second Doom games? They do the same thing in Doom 2016. Throw fireballs, but it's so satisfying when you glory kill them.
To become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases,
the fucking rumors. The rumors are true. The rumors are true. The leak did not lie. May 15th. And it's available on Game Pass. Watch out for that day. You're definitely gonna see me become a Doomslayer. Not just any Doomslayer. You're gonna see me become Captain Doomslayer. Yeah, that's right. Hashtag Captain Doomslayer. That's right. Played by yours truly, Larry the Lone Wolf. Okay, so out of 4, it's crazy that there's still more to go. But Ninja Gaiden 4 and Doom the Dark Ages are the ones I'm looking forward to the most. The other 2 games definitely have their interest, especially Expedition 33, because of the fact that it's definitely taking a lot of JRPG elements. So I'm definitely interested in that. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black played today. I gotta power on my Xbox so I can download it.
I cannot move.
This is so You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
That would be dope, Super Brony. That would actually be dope.
Greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
And they're all coming out on Game Pass. That's it. Wow.
What's happening,
Unbelievable.
friends? Welcome to Podcast Unlocked. It is officially episode 677. We are coming to you.
I'm going to just stop it right there. I'm sure they were probably just going to give their opinions. And you know what? Huge shout out to the creators too. Huge shout out to these guys. Here you go. There's their tags if y'all wish to follow them and everything like that. Of course, I gotta throw my support at fellow creators. You know what I'm saying? Because they put this together and everything. We all in this together, man. We all have a mutual love for this shit. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta show some love. But man, there's a lot to unravel here. It's insane. It's literally insane to me. Wow. I'm thinking, damn. Wow. It's obviously a lot to unravel, you know what I mean? And it's just like, oh my god, it's crazy to me. First we have Doom the Dark. Well, we had Ninja Gaiden 4. That was out of nowhere. Like, I definitely gotta like pull that up real quick. Like, I definitely gotta pull that up. Like, wow. This one was unbelievable. This was unbelievable. So much so where I'm just like, wow. Hold on. Wrong one. Although, actually, interestingly though, I do believe in this. I do believe Benedicta deserves better, but we'll talk about that another time. That's a discussion with its own video, honestly. But anyway. Yeah, so it's like Ninja Gaiden 4 being announced. That one was out of nowhere because that was the very last thing that I was expecting to, you know, see when it came to Team Ninja. And it's funny though, I was joking about it being Ninja Gaiden and all that stuff. I was like, is it Neo or is it Ninja Gaiden or whatever? Because I knew it wasn't there live. But the second I saw Platinum Games, I was like, oh shit. Platinum Games, that means that this is going to be an action game that I'm gonna be playing on day one, only because it's Platinum Games. Platinum Games is one of my favorite developers of all time. I love Platinum. They have so many great games. One of which I actually want to stream on my Switch, Astral Chain. But come to find out, it's a brand new Ninja Gaiden, and it has a new protagonist named Yakumo, and he's going to be taking up, and he's obviously going to be being the new protagonist, taking over from Ryu Hayabusa. You know what I'm saying? Who is also in the game as a playable character, which that is awesome. It's like this game is going the same direction that Devil May Cry 4 went. We have a young protagonist, but like the old school one is still there. And you know, they're both playable characters and they're going to have a bit of a scuffle. But in the end, these two are definitely going to get quite along with each other. But the one that definitely took me for a spin was Ninja Gaiden 2 being remade. This one caught me off guard. This one most certainly caught me off guard. Because, like, it was already awesome enough that a fourth Ninja Gaiden was being announced. And keep in mind that we're already getting another Ninja Gaiden game back that's going back to the side-scrolling style. So keep that in mind. But look at this. Like, take a good look at this. It's remade in Unreal Engine 5, which is why the game looks absolutely gorgeous. And on top of that, bro, I get to play with Ayane, Momoji, and Rachel. Still just as gory as ever. I definitely gotta get this back on the platform where it rightfully belongs. Xbox. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Tecmo still owns Ninja Gaiden, that's true. Well, it makes sense, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be in Dead or Alive. Actually, it would have been nuts if they announced that another Dead or Alive game was coming out. But that's probably gonna be a long time before that even happens. But Ninja Gaiden most certainly was a treat. And Doom the Dark Ages, bro, what more do I have to say? What more do I have to say about Doom the Dark Ages? This shit is awesome. This is absolute gold. Like using the shield and the guns and the melees with the glory kills and everything in between and all that stuff. I'm like, how? Oh yeah, and then the fact that you also get to ride in mechs and everything like that. I was like, what? You could never do that in any of the Doom games. Up until this point. this looks like it's gonna be the best Doom game ever. It's like Doom is the only franchise that knows how to surpass its predecessor. So much so to the point where if anyone argues that any of the Doom games is their favorite, like there's some who will say 93 was their favorite, or Doom 2 was their favorite, or Doom 3 was their favorite, or Doom 2016 is their favorite, or Doom Eternal is their favorite. It's like, I don't even want, it's like, I'm not gonna argue with you because all of them are just great on their own merits. Probably the weakest one, and I think most people would agree with it, is Doom 64. Which, while the gameplay and the combat was great with great light settings too, a very underrated action horror game on N64, my biggest problem was literally just the cryptic puzzles. You know, Doom is known for its puzzle solving, but with Doom 64, they admittedly got really carried away with it. But otherwise, that game was still fine, but all the other Doom games, it's like, any one of them can be your favorite, and no one will argue with you.